Greetings, glad risings. Just finished scrubbing my teeth with some sodium bicarbonate. How refreshing. Man, I could have done some oil pulling too. Does my eye look dark? Gosh, from here it looks almost like I have. I'm just probably really tired. I ended up being up till 12:30 last night. I was trucking around here in Calexico. We were at the Holtville Hot Springs. Hello, welcome all. Glad risings. Come on. Yep. Oh, of course, November 23rd. Tuesday, 2021. Had the intuition. Okay, man. Hold it. Had the intuition to come to Calexico. Was at Holtville Hot Springs, which is gorgeous. It's like the perfect temperature. Even being right next to the road wasn't necessarily, the worst move. The bus is so full right now. Check it out. This baby guava. There was like probably 10 of these packages that I reduced to what appears to be 4 now. Bananas, tons of salad, cantaloupe, celery, way more salad, mashed potatoes, actually from KFC, which contain milk and chicken something. Tomatoes. I was at the hot springs and I've been thinking about coming to Calexico. Let's see, maybe the coconut oil will make a good stand. Thank you. Hello. And the rear passenger tail light. I was thinking after I got off yesterday, thinking about Zen, and the rear taillight was out. It wasn't working. We also have, where we get the tires mostly aired back up. And besides it being melted and there's just like random electrical things everywhere, half the running lights work, if that, maybe. Oh my gosh, I haven't had blinkers either. I don't have blinkers. I don't have wipers. I was awoken to rain today. Pardon. Oh. Look up in this lot. Just like, I'm like, is there something falling on the bus? The sky is falling. Hop out of bed. Oh no, it's raining. And there's a couch and one of my speakers and all sorts of stuff on the roof. Oh no. So I started almost frantically looking for a place to go where it was dry, and by the time I figured it out, it stopped. Although, it's potentially starting again around 10, so I had thought about returning to the Holtville Hot Springs. Although I think the move is to go north. I still have a ridiculous amount of recycling and garbage and depositables to relinquish. So I think to make good on that before I leave this metropolis. Reduce the load on the bus. Then probably head to an island to scope a property of a friend's, and to Slabs to donate probably 90% of the food materials aboard. Like there's a bicycle I want to donate, and I'll probably hang on to the Thrasher wagon and fix it. Those pneumatic tires are pretty groovy. So found myself, I was at the hot springs, told myself if I can get the taillight fixed, I'll go to town. Otherwise, I'm gonna chill here. Intuition led me straight to it. Even though I had just replaced the bulbs, one of them was loose. Came right on. Drove. Whoa, most of the way. Started smelling burning rubber. I'm like, this is strange. I'm on the highway at 65. Probably 60. And I get to finally into a place to check the air. And the rear driver's side tires were squishy enough that the dualies were rubbing. So there's like a band of clean tire. I'm sure that affects the longevity of the tire. I'll do my best to lead with awareness in the future. Steve gifted us a tire pump, like a little electric brrr, brrr. So we have that capability. All the tires on the bus, the rear ones, besides one of the passengers, are the ones that were on Zen when the bus caught fire before I had it. I believe I mentioned that. Zen, a little bit of foundation. I'm sure there'll be overlaps here, although I want as much of the story as I'm remembering in the moment to be out there. The bus was built by Zen's father for Zen to travel in. My cousin Melissa met Zen in Alaska, I believe. And then upon returning to Oregon, Zen reached out to Melissa about the bus. I believe it was in Astoria. And so it was converted where we're sitting here. There was an oven and a range and then a sink and a kitchen. Right here was a closet and a restroom and a refrigerator and cabinetry and a bed in the back. And man, it was all converted. There's videos of all of that melted on the YouTube, or no, it's on the Instagram at Zen the Bus. So the tires in the rear are, then Melissa brought it back to the homestead in Fall Creek, and it hung out there for a bit where people stayed in it as a domicile, and due to shore power and some electrical complications, it caught fire, burning and melting pretty much everything inside. I guess we could get a hard done. Chicken. Melted. All the windows are melted too. Gosh, I could have shared that a while ago. Although I have. I want to restore this thing. Maybe well, I guess I am. I want to continue to restore it. I've reached out to some of my other custom artists, Matt, and seen about restoration and some conversions. I know they've done all sorts of custom fabrication and engine swaps and suspension modifications and all sorts of things on other vehicles sponsored by different entities. And I just assume, or I just feel that Zen is a worthwhile candidate to salvage and save, and inspires me and everybody that hears that those windows aren't stickered but actually natural fractal fire art is inspired and uplifted as well. Man. Ooh. It's pretty early, although I wanted to exact this before I went on my ways, as I'll be all over the place potentially. And I have a little time before the recycle center opens, so hopefully they take recycle and returnables, and maybe if I can find a space for garbage, and perhaps they won't make me sort it. We'll see. I'll know better in the future if they do, at least for this state. California, I believe, does it by weight, so you can reduce the size of the vessels. Oregon, they read the barcode, so not only do you have to have the label, although the bottle has to be, or can, whatever, has to be not crushed, it has to be whole. Although they do have machines now that will sort the ones that have removed labels and crushed and all that. So, headlights work. I have high beams, no blinkers all around. I actually took the switch out and I replaced the blinkers. It's not the blinker switch, it's the multifunction switch. Although I haven't reinstalled it, nor do I think it works if I did. So I'm just holding off until I get to amicable space. Either a shop that sponsors this mission, or myself cultivating a shop to sponsor the mission for the charity, which I would be more than happy to be a part of and on board. Let's see. Marker lights, some of them work, some of them don't. I accidentally sideswiped one off the bus in the MQA. We've got 2 or 3 working tail lights, 2 brake lights that work. Well, there's like 6. Fix the radiator situation. It was leaking initially from the radiator itself. I swapped it. It was leaking from the cap. I had to go through like 3 caps to find the right one. I'm mentally going over the engine and such. Oh, the brakes are almost brand new. I did replace the front calipers, loaded calipers. Master cylinder's new. Some brake lines are new in the front. So like, it's definitely safe to be going down the road. The only instance that comes to mind is on the way to the burn when we lost a tire. The front passenger side blew up at 60, and man, was that a reality that I choose not to be a part of if ever able. Wow. Started banking hard right into the ditch, and when I tried to pull it back, the weight of the vehicle and braking, the weight of the vehicle was attempting to roll the bus. That would have not been fun, especially with everybody in it. That was, half of them were asleep, and the dog, Appa, and man, I love you all. Thank you for just being a part of this. Caleb, Calvin, Juno. I hope that I'm remembering. I keep thinking bear, although that was the adventure just prior. We see flashing lights outside. Wow, the fuel line started leaking. We were at a gas station, and the fuel just started pouring out on the ground. I'm just like, that's not good. And the only place available had a fuel line. It was not fuel resistant or fuel rated, so I don't need to be